Hi, how are you today? This short presentation provides a preview of the book Mobilizing Macs, which is, of course, a guide to using Apple for the liberation of individuals. And I hope that that is how you will use it. Let me start in a very broad way by talking about the most important thing in life. I think it is individual liberation, or another word for it is freedom. Now, this is set in a very broad sort of way, so let me just be a little bit more specific about it. What do I mean by that? Well, this is what freedom means to me. At its most basic, it means freedom from hunger. But it means other things as well. For example, freedom of speech, to be able to say what you want. Freedom to travel, so that there are no restrictions put on where you can go. Freedom to develop in the way that you wish to develop. And finally, freedom from controllers. Freedom from people and freedom from organisations who would seek to make you do things the way that they want it done, rather than the way that you want to do it. A traditional route to freedom has been literacy. If you cannot read and you cannot write, you are in fact enslaved. And today I think literacy has been expanded to digital literacy, where if you are not familiar and not able to use modern digital technology, in a sense, you're enslaved. And this book is about taking away that slavery. Historically, in the computing industry, freedom has been restricted by what I would call the high-tech church. These are high-tech companies which have almost monopoly positions, and you must follow their rules about how you do things and follow absolutely everything. And these are the rules imposed by, we can call them the barons of the industry. And their representatives were and are the high-tech priests. These are the technologically advanced people to whom you go to find out how to do things. And in my opinion, the less of this freedom restriction, the better. The better for everyone. I aspire to help everyone achieve digital freedom and to help every aspect of their lives, everything, digital freedom. Here's the book's purpose. It's for you to liberate yourself through mobilizing your Mac. In other words, for you to use your Mac computer to gain the freedom that I enunciated a couple of slides ago. Here are the targets. First of all, the skills. Here are the sorts of skills that I would like everyone who reads this book to have at the end. Skills in developing presentations, in writing, in spreadsheets, in photos, in movies, in music, in iBooks, and website design and uploading. And here are the users. Well, it's really everyone. Students, parents, teachers, business, hobbies, clubs, schools, professional, government, churches, clubs. It goes on and on. That's a sort of a summary list anyway. And my aspiration would be that your iPad would become your mobile communication hub. Not just for business communication, not just for social communication, not just for artistic communication, but for absolutely everything. So here are the contents of the book Mobilizing Macs. There are 3 parts, and here's the first part. Single Apple projects. These are individual Apple applications in which I hope that each of you will develop expertise. As you can see, they are Keynote, Pages, Numbers, iPhoto, iMovie, GarageBand and iDVD. After you've completed part 1, naturally you should proceed to part 2. And part 2 are what I call the integrated projects. These will take the skills learned in part 1 and bring them together in more complex projects, and I have 2. One is iBook, how using iBook's author you can create your own iBook, and the second one is iWeb, how using iWeb you can create your own website. And finally, in part 3, which is called Seismic Change, we look at the broad global forces which have really altered the world in the last 10 years and are likely to alter it even further in the future. This enables you to put your skills in a broader context. How can we join the revolution? It's really easy. Develop your multimedia skills, and you can do this by absorbing parts 1 and parts 2. Know what's going on in the transforming world, and you can do that by reading part 3. Multimedia skills plus knowing the transformed world will, in my opinion, help you build your future. And in conclusion, I would like to thank you for watching this little presentation and to hope that you enjoy the book. And it just remains for me to say thank you and goodbye.